Pushed on the inside, and a good layup right from the get-go by Ben Finney, who's got to pick up the slack, Charlie.
Where they get a high percentage shot.
Only the 7th meeting between these two clubs. Northeastern with the first win earlier in the year, and Matt Jan.
Smith is one of the better shooters on this basketball team. It's just a shame that he hadn't had an opportunity to play more this year.
The cell on the inside scramble. Start for Matt Smith tonight. Jason Allen with authority.
I'll promise you Blaine Taylor did not.
Neely pushes inside to Hassell. Watched by Alvarez. Hassell the pull-up J. Frank Hassell inside, and that little Bates and Alvarez in attendance. Honored in the pregame ceremony. Ben Finney launches a 3 and nothing.
Jason Allen has just gotten better and better as the years go, so that's just a great basket.
Senior on the Old Dominion team, number 34 in blue, has also come in. There is Spates, and that is a beyond NBA three-point line. Players who shoot 37% from three-point range. Spates has already hit one tonight, and Cooper gets off to a good quick start to tie this. Here is Lee, puts the shoulder inside and scores. Gerald Lee bound to determine on that possession.
Well, I like his anticipating passes.
Smith tried to do that there. Hassell recovers and scores. What a war it was, as it ends up 47-46. And tested as we expected. 19-18 Huskies. The alley-oop and slammed down by Nkem Ojabo. Off the pretty pass, made his presence felt inside.
We talked about how long he is, Al. I think basketball players should be measured by their reach and not the top of their head. He's 6'8", but he has the reach of a 7-footer.
Has started out tonight 3 for 3. Darius James the penetration and a pretty teardrop. Darius James with his first bucket of the night. Jonathan Adams, the turnaround hook, and Adams buries it. So Oldham quickly inside to Lee. Got some room as he knocked down his man, Nkem Ojabo. Marjorie Neely. Watch Lee's block without leaving his feet.
That's just pretty good defense.
I had some. And then the great offensive as he found sense. Now Janning, alley-oop, and again it's Ojabo with authority. Double teamed is Gerald Lee. Finney misses. Hassell follows and scores. 8 points for Frank Hassell. At range, Matt Smith.
Well, Matt Smith's a good shooter, and I was very happy for him. He's a youngster, hadn't played a whole lot, but he played very well tonight in his start. Here is Jason Allen just beating everybody down the middle of the floor. And, of course, here comes that alley-oop. I think I thought the ball might go at the top of the board. He went and got it.
They also got great work inside at Old Dominion. Frank Hassell with 8 first-half points. A pretty teardrop from Darius James, but Hassell and Lee got themselves established inside, particularly also on the defensive end.
Well, they did, and I think Old Dominion, by getting the ball into the paint, they got ahead in this ball game. They got in there where they have a chance.
So Northeastern won't have a chance at the top seed. But Old Dominion still with much to play for, and you can tell how Gerald in. Turn, gets double-teamed. The kick out for Allen. Yes, with the 3. Jason Allen started the game with a 3 and comes back and begins the second half for following Old Dominion. Janning loops it into Ojabo. Does that half progress? Can he get going for Old Dominion? Lee, sweet stroke. Gerald Lee has got unbelievable athletic ability, and it seems like everything he's done tonight has been exact.
Block out and get a body on those people after a shot goes up.
Double figures for Ojabo, answered there by Gerald Lee. That's a great tonight. Bill Cohen is delighted what Nkem Ojabo's given him, and he continues to supply points.
That is great.
He's closed out by Adako. Lee, good hands to catch that pass, and a pretty turnaround. Unflappable is Gerald Lee, but what a... Adako kept it alive momentarily. Now Finney with Janny back. Ben Finney gets the roll.
In this game, you want to see how to make every shot. Just shoot him where he's shooting them. That's why he goes 6 for 6. All those were great plays, but the one that really impressed me is when he found his teammate penetrating and he rolled towards the basket. That's good basketball, right?
Defensively, with some fresh faces in for Old Dominion, and one of those fresh faces is Chris Cooper, who got an early more room there. But Ty with 5 to shoot. Down the paint and hits it. But
Get the ball in the paint area if you want to get fouled.
Wide open look for Darius James.
He did right here. They did not play him. He got an open look, a lot of space, and he shot the ball, and it's nothing but that.
You know, it's always interesting, Charlie. You have some young men who were in trouble. Now they've switched back in. Here is Chris Alvarez underneath, and a good penetration. Charlie, we said started tonight on senior night, but isn't just in there because he's a senior. Now he's in there because he's getting things done.
Well, both guards penetrate offensive rebound this time.
Only the 5th three-pointer Alvarez has attempted all year. Leave it to guys like Jason Allen, who again has been terrific to win the conference tournament. Alvarez inside, got it again. So great work again by Chris Alvarez.
I think what happened, the foul was underneath the basket. I think the basket counted, though, so that's good news for the Monarchs. And
Boston, Massachusetts on Comcast Sportsnet. 10 to shoot for the Huskies. Janning, a monster three!
Well, that's why he's a great player. He's had a rough night, but when...
Charlie coming out of the timeout.
Well, he's a great player, and he never lost his confidence, even though he's had a tough night. That's just an incredible shot, but more so in an incredible time. That's a super three-point shot.
He had been 0 for 3 from behind the arc, and this, as I said, was well behind the expanded college three-point line, well beyond what would have been the NBA three-point line. And Matt Janning
put him on the foul line and take a chance that you can come back and get another three.
Finney and Adams will go for 3 and hits. Jonathan Adams, the only senior on the Old Dominion squad.
He had a great look at it.
Well, we are tied again because of Jonathan Adams.
The last 2 ball games, Jonathan Adams has hit big threes for this Old Dominion.
Seed is because of Matt Janning. Look for the ball. Got a nice little screen there from Eugene Spates and just absolutely buried it. But not to be outdone, Jonathan Adams at the other end off a good screen from Gerald Lee.
I tell you, Jonathan squared up, had great form.
Here's Ojabo, who's had no points in the second half until now. Gerald Lee closed off, but still finishes. That is the tremendous length of
to lose this, man, because that's great movement without the basketball and a good finish. Taking the ball up
line for 1-and-1. Here is Hassell. Can't finish, but he does on the putback. Janning, his bodies fly. Finney was looking for a foul. Ojabo! How about Nkem Ojabo? I don't know if we were expecting from Nkem Ojabo. I can't say for Bill Cohen, but he'll take it anyway and get it.
That is not an easy shot. I don't care who's shooting it.
It'll make this a 2-possession game if he buries this free throw. So the Huskies are very much alive with Matt Janning and company. He'll go for another long three. But Ty chases it down. Allen closed off and double teamed. Spates up in the air and traveled. Eugene Spates went for 3. Bill Cohen saw his good three-point shooter travel. We've got exactly half a second to play. We've had a little shot clock problem on one end of the floor where our cameras will be shooting. But we can tell you officially right now, Ray Perone and company says a half a second to go. Now wait. We're going to have a whistle, and they want to double check to make sure. Right now, a half a second to go in this game. Inbounds to Gerald Lee, and that's going to do it. Congratulations to Old Dominion. The 4th seed in the upcoming CAA tournament belongs to Blaine Taylor. A great regular season ends for Northeastern with an 18-11 record and 12-6 in the CAA. But Old Dominion, Blaine Taylor's done it again. Another 20-win season.